Hello, and welcome to episode 12 of the inEXP podcast. My name is Chris McCormick, and I'm here with Jimmy the Pap Shepherd.
Hello.
How you doing? It's been a while since I've seen you, actually, James.
What, on the podcast, you mean?
No, just check. Like, I think last October 2015. I haven't actually spoken to
you. Was it that far ago? I thought it was only a couple of weeks or something. Yeah, time does fly, doesn't it?
What have you been up to?
God, do we have time for that?
No, we don't.
I've been playing some games and shit, but
okay.
We can get into those later. Although I'm not going to give you a 1.5 year run through of everything I've been playing.
I've got one question for you.
Oh yeah, please do.
Did you ever finish on Mechanical?
Was that the one with the helicopter thing and the puzzles and it was shite, wasn't it?
Yes.
No. Sorry, I did not. Never mind, eh? Shall we talk about what we have been playing?
Yes. So let's do that. So obviously it's been a good while since we've been recording because you know what it's like. You know, you got to work late sometimes, and you know, I've had a few jobs to do around the house, and you've had this and the other. So like I know we've
just been keeping us busy for the last year and a half. Yeah.
It's just things have just got in the way, but you know the intent's always been there. But wait, so who's going first? Are you talking about what you've been playing, or am I talking about what I've been playing?
I can talk about what I've been playing. Shall I do that?
You do that.
Okay, I'll jump straight into that. So, lately, I've been playing Watch Dogs 2. Did you ever play the first Watch Dogs?
Well, no, funnily enough, some guy at work was like trying to palm off some bag of bollocks, like Watch Dogs 1 with a figurine.
Yeah, that's weird. Right.
He got some offer online. And we all know the Watch Dogs 1 was some oversold piece of shite. So I offered £7.50. And he didn't take it, unfortunately. So
sorry
I haven't. I know. I think he sold it to CEX or something. But that means I haven't played Watch Dogs 1 or 2. So you tell me about your experience with Watch Dogs.
Okay, so Watch Dogs 1, as you say, didn't really turn out as everyone hoped. It was meant to be one of the big, exciting next-gen games, wasn't it? When the PS4 was just coming out, and the Xbone as well, obviously. But it was just so dry, and it kind of had the ideas there, but it was just really dull. So everyone was really let down by that. I know a few people in the office.
What was dull about it? Was the story dull, or the gameplay dull, or just generally the whole thing was just...
I mean,
one big grey mess?
Well, yeah, I mean, grey is pretty accurate. That's how I remember the game world being. It was just grey. The character, Aiden Pierce, he was grey. The gameplay, like the mechanics of it were pretty good. Like the ideas behind it, the hacking and stuff like the shooting mechanics were solid enough. But yeah, it was just really uninspiring. I played it for... I got it for like a £5 on PC. Played it for 5-10 hours, and it was okay, but it just didn't really sink its hooks in me. So, Watch Dogs 2, that's come out, and it's actually a big improvement. You know, I like to see when developers and publishers fuck up the first time round, they can learn from their mistakes and get it better the next time. And
a bit like that Final Fantasy Online. Which one was that?
Oh, 14?
14,
that's a very good example.
What was it called? A Realm Reborn.
Yeah, I mean, that was, you know, the same
a Realm
game
remade,
but
because the original was shite.
Yeah, that was particularly impressive. But this is a case of they did have to release a whole new game to make something a bit more exciting, and I'm glad they did. In fact, you can tell how far of a departure they're trying to make it from the first, because it's just gone from really dull to ridiculously over the top and wacky and bright and colourful. You become part of this hacker group, DedSec, and everyone's...
just before you... is it the same... Is it still Aiden...
No.
Pierce Brosnan?
That'd be amazing if Pierce Brosnan... Well, actually, that'd have probably been quite fitting for the last game if Pierce Brosnan was in it. But no, he wasn't.
So Aidan Pearce is gone.
He's gone. I think he makes a cameo appearance or two, but you're a new
spoilers.
guy now.
He's not dead.
Yeah. Spoilers. I never finished the first one, so it was spoilers to me as well. I can't remember the name of the guy you are in the second one. He's a pretty cool guy though.
Is it Pierce Aidenson?
Piers Morgan?
Okay, we'll go with that. So,
we'll go with
you play
that.
Piers
Cool
Morgan.
guy. So you're playing Piers Morgan. So you're recruited by this underground group of hackers, and they're basically trying to take down the makers of CTOS, which is some big online... It's like a mixture of an operating system and like a social network. It's kind of like Facebook and Google and everything all rolled into one. They've kind of got the whole Internet of Things going on, which at the moment we sort of speak about, but it's not really the case yet in our world. Mm-hmm. So you've got all of your devices, like all your home stuff, cars and everything. It's all hooked up to a network along with your phones and stuff. The only problem is this corporation's evil, as you might expect.
They usually are,
They often are, yeah. So basically your role is to help cause chaos and try and take down the corporation and expose them for what they are.
Good.
As I say...
And so I guess Piers Morgan's just like, fuck it, yeah, I'm in. Has he got any motive of his own, or are they just like, we want to recruit you? I'm like, yeah, all right. Okay.
Yeah,
this crap.
It's for the greater good. I think that's kind of the idea, and I think your hacker guy's got a bit of a name for himself. So
Piers Morgan.
Piers Morgan. He's got quite a name for himself, like in real life. Probably not for the same reasons. Probably more in real life for being a cunt. But no, in the game, he's more known for being a good hacker. So he's happily recruited. Along with
if he was that good, he wouldn't be known.
Well, yeah.
Throwing that one out there.
That's a good point. The thing is, they're known by their aliases, aren't they? Yeah. Rather than their real identities. In fact, the first mission as you're getting recruited is about hacking into the main CTOS mainframe and deleting all your records off their servers. So you're like no longer a person to them.
So, hacking as a mechanic, how does that work? Is it some sort of like, I don't know, meta game, I suppose, or mini game, or?
So hacking is completely vital to everything you do in the game. There's not really any cheesy mini games as such that let you achieve the hacking, like there are with some games where you have to, like, I don't know, slide blocks into place or...
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, there's not like matrix code running down the screen. Most of the hacking you can do is like pretty simple and instantaneous. Like you can just blow things up with a button, shut and open doors, hack into computers, get passwords. You can wreak all sorts of havoc. You can remotely control cars to drive them into people, or stop someone that you're chasing. You can... Actually, there is a bit of a hacking mini-game at some point to get into some sort of well-secured networks. That one's quite it's quite well thought out, though, because it's not just some cheesy mini-game on a screen. You've got to actually sort of go around the building and access all of the different points around it before you can finally get through to the main system. So that works quite well. But as I say, it has gone completely the other direction from being dull to now being ridiculous and over the top. There's like lots of cheesy videos from DedSec that are kind of like anonymous style.
Yep.
Sort of.
I was getting that vibe.
Yeah. Have you seen much of it?
No, I've seen nothing. Okay.
So it's got that sort of thing going on. It's sort of cheesy videos where they're saying that CTOS are dicks and they're going to take them down. You get some ridiculous outfits and cars. Everyone sort of in your DedSec team is completely mental, and it's just really good fun. You can tell it's not taking itself too seriously, and for a game that's very much kind of a playground, that works. It's kind of the I've only just thought of this, but it's kind of the difference between GTA 4 and GTA 5. GTA 4 with Nico, whatever his face, it was really grey, really gritty, wasn't it? It was still a good game, but it was very serious and depressing. Whereas GTA 5, with Trevor and the sort, it just became a lot more light-hearted and funny. So it's a very similar tax that they've gone for here.
Yeah, no, I can totally understand that. I remember I was never sold by GTA 4. Like, I'd watched the trailers, and like you say, I just always thought it looked too serious. And then I saw the trailers for 5 with the guy in his mansion and, as you say, Trevor and stuff. And I was just like, this looks so much more fun and bright. And I think you're right. Like, watching like Watch Dogs 1 reviews, it did just seem to take itself so seriously. So I think that was pretty cool that they just kind of eased off a bit and made it. Ultimately, it's gaming, so it should be about fun.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's nothing wrong with something that's serious every now and then. But I think for a game where you are just messing about with stuff so much, I mean, one thing I will say that I've noticed, other people's mileage may vary depending on how they like to play the game, but I almost never use guns. Like, the combat in it is fine, but I almost always use hacking and stealth if possible. So you're just sort of pissing about, electrocuting people, blowing things up, driving cars into them. I mean, that's the more aggressive form of hacking. But also, you can fly in drones or little like remote control cars. You can sort of stealthily go into a compound and fly about, mess with people and hack their computers and stuff to complete the mission, rather than going in all guns blazing. But you've got both options, so it leaves it open in that respect. Yeah,
it sounds like a bit like Hitman in that respect.
Ah, yeah, good point, actually. I've not played any of the Hitman games for a while, but now you mention it, you've got several different avenues to approach each mission, and it's not quite as in-depth. You can't wear disguises and stuff, and there isn't quite that level of complexity, but there's definitely some good options available.
Well, yeah, I just think what I mean is that with Hitman, you can literally get through all guns blazing if you want, but it's just not as satisfying by, ultimately it's a stealth game. Like this sounds like it's a hacking game, and it sounds like you can play any game where you go all guns blazing. So I think when you get one that has a sort of different mechanic, you want to make the most of that.
Yeah, 100% agree. Even if sometimes it makes the game a bit trickier and it can take longer. Like, if you could just go in with a grenade launcher, you probably level the base in a couple of minutes and you just do what you need to do and get out of there. But I've taken sort of 15-20 minutes to get through to a computer in the middle of a base before, and it's just quite fun, slowly taking your time and tactically working out your next move. So I've been enjoying that. It's still early days, but so far so good. As you say, I got a good deal because they were trying to shift stock of Watch Dogs 1. The official Ubisoft store was selling Watch Dogs 2 Gold Edition, so that's with the season pass, for 40 quid, which is already a good price, and then they chucked in the limited DedSec edition with a figure and all sorts of rubbish for free. So it was an absolute bargain. Pretty pleased with my purchase there, to be honest.
You still got that then?
Yeah. I'm deciding what to do with it. I'll probably put it on eBay.
£7.50.
That's the thing, it's fetching about 35 quid on eBay, so basically make my money back.
Bird in the hand, mate.
It's great. That's one way to look at it. So that's what's been keeping me busy. How about you? What have you been on with?
Well, I have only really played one game lately, and we've played it together.
Have we?
I know we haven't seen each other in a year and a half.
Well, no.
But we have played online. And it's fair to say we've both played a reasonable amount of Overwatch.
Yes, we have.
And I don't really know where to start with this, because we've been playing it for a good while.
Yeah, I don't think we need a beginner's intro to Overwatch. I think a lot of people will have heard of Overwatch, at least have a rough idea of what's going on.
I reckon probably 75% of our 3 listeners.
3,000.
3,000 listeners know about Overwatch, and obviously they've been waiting for a year and a half to hear what I thought about the end of Metal Gear Solid, but we're just going to have to forget about that and move on.
Yeah, they're not going to find out. Did you complete Witcher as well?
I did. I completed Witcher. I completed one of the DLCs. I haven't completed the second DLC.
Oh wow! We'll be able to return to that tradition at some point then.
Yeah. No, I could have done. I was good enough. I was high enough level. I was far enough in the story, but I didn't want to rush it. I wanted to pick off all the other stuff.
Makes sense. So we've been on a lovely tangent there. Overwatch.
Yes.
How would you start? What have you been enjoying about it lately? What characters do you like to play?
The thing about I fucking love Overwatch, and I imagine listening back, and I obviously haven't listened back to our older, but I was always one of these people that was against multiplayer online gaming.
You were,
I hate
weren't
online
you?
gamers, yeah. And this is just something that wouldn't have usually appealed to me. But in our massive hiatus, we also played Smite, and we started playing with people at work, and we started playing more things together. And gradually, so long as I was in a group of people I knew.
You even played Destiny. Shall we say no more of Destiny? It's had its mention, hasn't it?
The thing about Destiny is it takes away everything that I'm trying to say, because it's just it's just so shit. Like what? Why is it so bad?
It's okay. It's okay.
But no, generally. So I've had this, apart from Destiny, I've had this positive experience with multiplayer online games, and we as a whole have played it quite a lot together. So we there might be two of us, there might be three of us, sometimes 4 or 5 of us in a team, and I think what surprised me about it is someone who I was coming into this thinking, fucking hell, I've never played these kind of games before. Like, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to pick this up very easily, but it is one of those games that's very easy to pick up. But obviously the tactics of it and this, that and the other, like, are very intricate. So it's one of those kind of difficult to master as well, as we know, especially when you get stuck with the useless people.
Yeah, which happens from time to time.
Yeah. So I would say I do particularly
person
enjoy.
Will be me.
Oh no! Well, I think it's always good to play with a bigger group. I think playing with randoms is always risky.
Bit of a nightmare. Yeah, agreed.
But yeah, I think at first as well, like, I had my favourite characters. I still do have my favourite characters, but now I have kind of like favourite characters across all classes.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to play McCree. I'm happy to play Soldier. I'm happy to play Sombra.
Are you?
Defense, junk. Well, I like Sombra. I'm not very good as her.
Oh,
but,
okay.
She's really interesting. She's got that hacking down with no mini game required. So that's
yeah, she has. Yeah, no mini game for her. That would be a bit of a ball ache, wouldn't it? Oh, don't mind me. Just going to be sliding these blocks around.
Just doing a crossword.
Boop, boop.
That's it. That sounds like Bastion.
Oh yeah, that's Bastion, isn't it?
But so defense. So I love Junkrat. Healer, I'm pretty good with Mercy.
Mm-hmm.
I like Reinhardt. I like Roadhog.
That's a pretty good range, isn't it? For characters that are so diverse, all of them have play styles which are so different. You've actually managed to get to grips with a lot of them, haven't you? And I think I can say the same. I mean, I can play with Lucio, and there's that guy who plays the music, who breaks it down, goes around on the roller skates. I'm quite good at playing with him.
Lucio,
Lucio,
You're good with Lucio, yeah.
I also do like to be a healer, so I like to pick Lucio for his healing wave.
You like speeding people up as well, don't you?
Yeah, that's true, actually. That's true. Raising the beat, raising the volume.
Yes, so Lucio's pretty good for
Lucio
that.
is good for that. So I'm very similar to you in that I like a diverse range of characters. But seriously, Lucio is amazing. And
I always enjoy playing with you because it means you don't have to worry about who's going to be healer.
That's true, because you will always have Lucio. I've pretty much forgotten how to play as most of the other characters now. I'm just Lucio all day long. It's like David with Soldier. Although actually even he's diversified a bit, hasn't he? He tries some different
I haven't
stuff.
played with him for a while, but yeah, he does occasionally break away and try something new. Although I can't remember exactly who he plays when he doesn't play Soldier, but
I think he likes the more typical sort of attack characters like, I don't know, Reaper, the Sniper Lady, what's her name? Widowmaker. Although he's, I think he's sometimes a Reinhardt as well, so yeah.
Yeah, Reinhardt's really satisfying to play because he makes such a massive difference. Like, I can kind of understand why people are, I don't want to play that, it's kind of boring. But actually, like, when you play it right, it's really satisfying because it makes the world a difference. And then it's also, it's one of those ones, Reinhardt, when you just see people and it's like, why the fuck have you picked him? Because they just stop spazzing around, they don't get the shield up, and they play him like it's an attack carry.
Yeah.
And that, I honestly think that's one of the funniest things about Overwatch, although it's frustrating, but just like when you're picking a team and someone picks, they're like level 5 and they pick like Genji and Hanzo because it's like a ninja, I'm going to be cool. And it's just like, oh, fuck me. And at the time it's really frustrating, but then like in hindsight it's quite comical. You just see some outrageous behaviour, and I think that makes Overwatch for me.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is with Overwatch, you've got your choice of not just the different characters, but the different strategies you can take with a single character. And there's a lot. Yeah,
so you can go for like a strategy that works, or like a strategy that just gets you
there's a lot of strategies that don't work. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've not played it as much as you have, obviously, but I still feel like I've barely scratched the surface. As you say, it's so easy to actually pick up, but I can't imagine ever mastering it.
Well, if you keep playing Lucio enough, I think maybe you will.
Yeah, maybe one day I'll master Lucio. That could happen. I've not really got the hang of his skating on wall stuff. I mean, I use it occasionally to get across some impassable bits, but for actually using it in the general sort of combat and movement around the map, I'm not really very good at it.
Does it make a massive difference? I don't know.
Well, I imagine if you're pretty skilled at it, you could probably improve your movement across the map and kind of surprise your enemies a bit, get the drop on them and better run away from them, depending on what terrain you're in. So that's one thing I know I definitely need to work on. I think I'm quite good at passively buffing everyone, which is what he's for, but as for stuff like that, I've not got the hang of that.
And you've got into dubstep since, haven't you?
Yeah, so there was that fateful day a few weeks ago where when first of all I played Lucio for a laugh, because we always joked about him, like, what a rubbish character, who would ever want to play him. So I played Lucio, and then I was like,
I thought we just joked because he looked like Caleb.
Well, yeah. Ex-employee of AdTrack, there is that. But also, I was like, well, if I was Lucio, I'd be listening to dubstep right now. And then I just started listening to dubstep for a joke while I was playing Lucio for a joke. And then Lucio became my favourite character.
That's how the best relationships start. I went out with this girl once for a joke. And then, we ended up together for 3 years.
Oh, okay.
That's a complete lie. Carry on.
I actually believed that. I completely believed that. I can definitely.
Although my mate, honestly, actually, this is a true story, and this is often a tangent. But my mate told me that I can't remember whether it was his friend or his cousin, went on a night out, and he got dared to pull the ugliest woman in the nightclub.
Right, okay.
Which is just a horrendous kind of dare.
Yeah.
Whatever. And he did, and she got pregnant, and they're now together with a kid.
Oh, wow. I mean, I hope they're happy together at least.
Yeah, do you say that one at the wedding? Best man speech.
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh, well, I remember the night you first got together, because I came up with this dare. Anyway,
so we'll forget about real life stuff like that.
Lucio was a joke that's turned into a real relationship.
Yeah, same with dubstep. I now have my Spotify playlist that I play on shuffle. It's got over 400 songs in it now, just dubstep and EDM trap and stuff.
Gets you in the
Gets
in the zone,
me in the groove. Lets me break it down. Definitely. No, I'm not always one for listening to music while I'm gaming, but for Overwatch it does work well, particularly as
yeah, me too. I do enjoy it. I find it very well. Sometimes I don't find it chill, but I do just find it quite like a general. Especially when you're on with a group of you, you've got music playing.
Oh yeah, just really gets you in the zone. Good feels.
Yeah, it's like it's not too intense, but there's enough going on to kind of keep you into it.
Yeah,
I like it. It's good.
Cool. So that's Overwatch. No doubt we'll return to that at some point.
Yes.
So, just to be fully transparent and keep you lovely listeners in the loop, the several thousand of you, we decided we're going to keep the structure basically the same for our podcast, but we're going to try and rein ourselves in a bit, because sometimes we get a bit overexcited.
Just to clarify, James wants to rein me in.
Well,
I wanted to keep them.
Yeah.
I wanted to keep these podcasts ridiculously long. And chat on.
But then
until the early hours.
The problem is,
he's got a social life and I don't.
Plus, I do all the editing, and it takes hours.
James volunteered at the start of this podcast to do all the editing.
Completely my own fault.
Now he's like, "Oh, Chris, you don't do any fucking editing, so you don't fucking know what it's like." And it's like, well,
never mind.
So for anyway, that reason,
we've come to a good compromise. We're keeping the same kind of structure, the same lovely features, day in, day out. Well, week in, week out, but just trying to keep them to a minimum and reduce tangents. And
basically, James has just told me to talk about Witcher less.
Well. No, I'd like to hear about The Witcher again. You'll have to get started on that with DLC. How about that? Some other time, yeah?
Oh, I am started. I told you I'm near the end.
Oh, you're actually near the end of the last one?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. One day you can bring that up. I'll look forward to it. This is basically the Witcher podcast, isn't it? Or at least it used to be. Cool.
I like to think so.
So we'll move on to our features, shall we?
Let's.
How about we start with a bargain bin bundle bollocks?
I've missed this from my life.
I've not missed this from my life. Okay, no. I got a bit of nostalgia. I must admit.
Did you have to pay for this one?
I did pay for this one, but in true committed style, because it's obviously not been that long since the last episode, I've actually played the game which I intended to play last time, if that makes sense. I actually played what I intended to play back in October 2015 or whatever it was.
And did we mention this on the previous podcast?
No, I think I kept it as a surprise. I think I alluded to the fact that I was quite excited about the next one, but it never got mentioned. So,
well, I'd forgotten about this, so this is going to be a nice reveal for me.
Yeah. Okay, you've probably heard of the game before. We might have even spoken about it in a different context. But because it's Valentine's Day, at least at the time of recording.
Happy Valentine's
Day. We love you all.
I couldn't wish to be spending it with anyone better.
Absolutely.
This is quite beautiful.
Yeah.
So happy Valentine's Day, listeners.
Because it's Valentine's Day.
Belated, but
yeah.
By the time you listen to this.
Yeah, it'll probably be
I hope you had a good one.
October 2019.
I hope you got some action. Or didn't, depending on what you want.
Yeah, either way, I hope it was a good day. Absolutely. Yeah. So, related to Valentine's Day, I thought it'd be appropriate to play Hatoful Boyfriend. And I don't know...
Oh, is that the pigeon one?
Yeah, that's the pigeon one. So, I think we might have briefly spoken about this before. But in Hatoful Boyfriend, I don't know how you pronounce it, but we'll go with that.
Yeah, that's fine by me.
So it's some kind of visual novel, which I've had a bit of experience with in the past. We had that Go-Go Nippon.
Nipple Girl.
Go-Go Nipple Girls, that was it. I think I had another one or two. So in this one, you're a female student. No, you're actually a female human student at a school a school full of pigeons.
Right. My bad.
Yeah, it's an easy mistake to make.
Mm-hmm.
So you start, I think it's in your second year, sophomore, that's the word, isn't it?
Yeah, if you're American, I think it is.
Yeah, if you're American. So you start in your second year, and you kind of get to meet all of the lovely pigeons there. Mostly the male pigeons. She doesn't really seem to be interested in the female ones. And from there, a lovely dating simulator game emerges. So it kind of works in the format of you're going about your day-to-day business. You get to make decisions about who you hang out with and where you go, what you do at lunchtime, what clubs you join, whether you're joining gym class, all that kind of thing. It's very light in the kind of simulator aspect.
I fucking hope so.
Yeah, I mean, games like Persona, which I love, you actually go through a whole year and every day you choose what you do. In this, it goes through kind of the period of a year, but it skips through pretty fast. It's actually a very short game. I played through it once, and on my first route, I went after this weird shy pigeon who hung out in the library all the time.
The whole thing just fucking weirds me out. Like,
yeah,
it's seriously, what the fuck were they thinking? Like,
it's a good question. I mean, it's something a bit different, isn't it? You've got to give him that.
Yeah, but like, you're playing a girl that's hitting on pigeons.
Yeah, or they're hitting on you.
Well, both, I suppose.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I think that's it. Really,
that's all that you can say, really, isn't it?
Yeah, like I just can't imagine myself. I can't imagine myself gripped with such things. Oh, I really need to get this geeky pigeon. He's grown on me now. At first, I wasn't sure.
I mean,
I think it was the glasses, not the fact that he's a pigeon.
Well, yeah. I mean, it doesn't take itself too seriously. It
doesn't sound like
revels
it does, no.
in how weird it is. I sort of enjoyed the first playthrough. I mean, enjoy is kind of the wrong word. It was okay. It wasn't like unbearable because it was just so ridiculous. I'm probably enjoying my second playthrough more though, because this time I've gone after a creepy, pervy male nurse pigeon. Still a pigeon, obviously.
Yeah, well,
obviously. Why would you want a human male?
Is it ever mentioned? Like, so you're playing this female human.
Yes.
Does she ever go, by the way, I'm a human and you're a pigeon? This is a bit weird.
I don't remember that being brought up. It seems pretty natural to them. I mean, it's nice how they don't let anything get in the way of love, even, completely different species.
No, maybe we could all learn from this.
Maybe we could.
Love
conquers all.
Breaks all boundaries.
It does.
I don't think that's going to get you off if you're fucking a pig in a farmyard, though, to be honest.
Well,
Hatoful 8 had people fucking pigeons, so that cow was fair game.
But it stays quite light. It doesn't get too bogged down in the specifics. Or
do you actually bone the pigeon? Or get boned by the pigeon?
I think it stays fairly innocent-ish.
Is it implied that you and the pigeon have a romantic evening together?
I'm actually trying to remember now, because my first playthrough was a while ago.
You're too busy jacking off to remember.
Well, yeah, there is that. So far, I've not got. I've not pulled this weird, creepy first aid dude.
It doesn't sound like he'd be very difficult to pull.
Well, I mean, I'm getting there.
I'm really struggled to pull the local creep.
Pigeon creep.
He'll go for everyone, but he won't go for me. I'm trying too hard.
There's kind of some weird dark overtones though to the game. It's quite hard to put into words, but I mean, not only is this guy really creepy, and then there's some myths or legends going around the school about him abducting students. That's why I was particularly interested. But the other pigeon, okay, I'm going to spoil it because I don't care. The twist was that he was actually a ghost.
Wait, who's the other pigeon?
So this was my first playthrough, the pigeon from the library.
Right. Oh,
like the
bookworm
geeky pigeon. Yeah. And there's some weird kind of unexplained stuff, like your house seems to be a cave. Mm-hmm. You seem to live in a cave, even though you're a person. And sometimes if you pick the wrong decision, you kind of... It gives you this really weird dialogue where it's like... I can't remember now. You either die or the world ends or something because you've gone down the wrong route. It's really bizarre. And then you just kind of restart and choose the right decision. It's a weird one. But, you know, it's Valentine's. It's romance and all that. I don't know what else I can say about it, really. Do I recommend it? Yeah, why not? Give it a go.
How many pigeons, potentially, do you get the impression that you could get with?
I think there's about... I have the figure 7 in my head.
And how much did you pay for this tragic piece of shit?
So I did buy it back in October 2015, so I regret that I can't actually remember. But it wouldn't have been a lot. It was the typical bargain.
You've got replay value.
Yeah, that's it. You know, I'm 1.5 plays through now, so however much it was, I've definitely got my money's worth, even if it is short. Yeah, if you fancy something weird and wacky and a bit different, then yeah, give it a go. What have you got to lose? Except your sanity and self-respect. Cool. That's Hatoful Boyfriend. I'll have to get buying and playing another lovely bundle game for next week, won't I?
Yeah. Well, I'll leave you to find the... You're the Steam guy, so you find the bundle bollocks. I'll leave you.
I've already got
to sort that.
Plenty laying around, to be fair, but no, I'll see what I can find. I'll try and find a good one, shall I?
Please just try to find one where people and animals don't fuck. Because
do I have to? I mean, that narrows it down a bit, doesn't it?
I don't
want to limit myself here.
Well,
we've had this before as well. In that, do you remember that weird Sonic game? Was it?
Oh God! Yeah,
I think it was that. That was.
Yeah, I don't know what it is with game developers, and
I mean, I'm the one who keeps choosing these games, so I'm partly to blame, really. And I keep funding them by buying them in shitty bundles.
Well, yeah. I don't think it pays a lot for them, really. I think it just gives them something to
buy themselves a packet of crisps.
The next day.
Yeah,
exactly. So,
yeah, that'll do. Cool.
Until they churn out some other gash.
So that's one of our regular features done and dusted. We'll move on to the next one, although I have a feeling we've not got too much to say about it this week, have we? So moving on to the toilet game of the week.
You tell me.
Well, back in October 2015...
By toilet game of the week, do you mean toilet game of the past 18 months?
Well, yeah, but you've not even played it, have you? Have you?
Which one?
Shakira?
What, Shakira?
Love Rocks?
Oh, I did.
Did you actually?
I did play Shakira, because we joked about it. I was like, Shakira, Love Rocks. Is that as in saying love is awesome? Or Love Rocks as in it's...
Actual rocks.
Heart-shaped rocks. And it was both.
It was both. I mean, what more can you ask for, really? I'm not surprised you played it. Did you enjoy it? Can you remember it?
I played it. And I played it because I felt I had to.
Okay.
And I played it to the extent where I would have got the free Shakira music. But I got past that point too late.
Oh, no. Mate, I'm gutted for you.
Yeah. So I didn't get the free Shakira music.
Okay.
The game was all right. Like it was typical. I struggled. I would say Candy Crush genre. That whole shit where you get things falling down and you match things and then Candy Crush, blah blah blah. But I never play those, so I don't know which one it was most like. But I dare say it was like that stuff.
Okay. It did look like it.
Yeah, it was fine.
Okay.
I carried on playing it because I felt I had to, as opposed to wanting to.
Which is probably the case with a lot of games we have in our features, isn't it? But it's all good fun.
Well, the problem is I had to play this one for 18 months, whereas the others I had to play for a fucking week. So,
mate, if you'd actually been playing it for 18 months, I think you'd have a lot more to say about it. But yeah, we'll let you off. We'll let you off that one. It's been a long time, so we won't expect too much insight, and we'll get straight on to the next one, shall we?
Please do.
So,
I'm looking forward to it.
God, times have changed, haven't they, since October 2015? Since then, Nintendo's been prolific in the mobile scene. Back then, I think they'd have sworn they'd have never done it.
Well, they're probably getting desperate.
Well, yeah, kind of. The Wii U's not exactly done too well for them, has it?
The Wii U?
Yeah, you heard of it.
Hasn't there been one after that?
What? You mean the Switch, which isn't out yet?
Oh.
Okay. That's how much attention you've been paying to Nintendo lately.
I used to be a big Nintendo fan, and I'm just not feeling it anymore. I just feel like they're going for... The thing I'd say about Nintendo is they try to innovate in terms of their consoles,
yes,
but then just keep their IP the exact fucking same. True. So it's like, oh, we've got this Switch so you can play Zelda on the go now. And Zelda is the complete fucking same story.
Well, you don't know that yet. Breath of the Wild's a bit different. They've gone open world. They've never done that before.
What the fuck is Breath of the Wild?
That's the latest Zelda that's coming out for the Switch.
It'll be the same thing, trust me.
Oh, I don't know. You see. You wait. Although I'm not buying it on release. And I doubt you are. So you might have to wait some time.
I've just lost faith in Link. I just wish he'd start talking.
What? What? You don't want him to talk? No, I like a good silent protagonist now and then. It'd only be annoying. He'd have a bit of an annoying pipsqueak kind of voice, I reckon, if he actually spoke.
Yeah, bring post-pubescent Link back.
Okay. Yeah, actually, I think he's going to be more adult in this one. So you might like that. Cool. Anyway, where were we? Nintendo,
yeah.
Games.
So
that's
they've gone to mobile. Yeah,
they have. Obviously, there was the whole Pokemon Go. That was mental.
Yeah, they had a 10% share in that or something, didn't they?
Yeah, shame they didn't have more. So yeah, there was Pokemon Go. There's Miitomo, which was terrible. The Super Mario Run. That was just a weird social network thing.
Are you fucking kidding me? Super Mario Run? Is that like Temple Run, Sonic Run with Mario?
Roughly. But
for fuck's sake.
Well, it is and it isn't. It's actually a bit different. But the problem is with that, it's a bit of a rip-off. Like, it costs about £8 or £9, I think, to buy it. And it doesn't really sound particularly good. Anyway.
I think the thing about Mario, like, I don't know about you, but I don't know many people that say my favourite video game character is Mario.
Well, it's not about Luigi. The character, though, is it? I mean, Luigi's got a bit more popularity. Luigi's better. But Mario... Oh, yeah. Luigi's got more charisma. Mario's...
Because he's the underdog, he has to make up for it.
That's right. Yeah, you've always got to root for Luigi. Mario's just... He's very bland, isn't he? But you can enjoy his games. You don't have to like him. I know you wish that Geralt was in every game, but...
But you just mean, like, if you compare Geralt to Mario... I tell you, that is such a ridiculous statement. I don't even know where to go. But
I'd love to see Mario in The Witcher.
Yeah, it's just like... It's just... There's just no depth to him, and I could never be sold a game because Mario's in it. It's like, okay. Oh yeah, here's my favourite protagonist is back. Mario, the plumber. that can jump really high.
Yeah, I know.
With a brother that's also a plumber, but a bit.
He's a household name, though, isn't he? People do buy games just because he's in them, just because it gives you that expectation. It's going to have that Nintendo sort of quality to it. It's going to be a platformer.
But I just feel there's only so far you could take that. Like,
I don't know. I don't think it's sold as well as they'd have hoped. So you might have something there.
Maybe they'll change the fucking
Mario
strategies.
No,
not change Mario.
Oh, okay.
Maybe just think that he's not just going to keep shitting golden eggs for the rest of his life.
To be fair, I think they got the business model wrong with that one. Anyway, tangents again. We're good at those, aren't we? We're moving on from all that shit, and we're now going to give Nintendo another chance with Fire Emblem Heroes.
Yes. So this interests me because I like I like Fire Emblem characters because I enjoy playing them on Smash Bros.
Oh, okay. Have you got any experience of Fire Emblem itself?
No.
Oh, that's interesting.
I've watched reviews and always thought it looked good.
Okay.
So.
You do like Valkyria Chronicles, don't you?
I very much like Valkyria Chronicles.
So, I mean, Valkyria Chronicles is really kind of it kind of took Fire Emblem one step further. It made it a bit more, kind of a bit more open, obviously, because it has the actual shooter elements in it. Well, sort of. And you can freely run about. Whereas Fire Emblem's still quite a rigid strategy game about moving units around. But there's definitely some similar kind of concepts there, so I think you might quite dig this.
I honestly think I will. From what I've seen in Fire Emblem before.
Fingers crossed.
I think I will.
So this one's a free-to-play, so you don't even need to pay to get started. I know that it's called Fire Emblem Heroes. One of the main mechanics revolves around the actual heroes themselves. You sort of collect them and you try to get really good ones and level them up and stuff. So yeah, I'll be interested to hear how you get on with that. We'll have to hear about that next week.
Yeah, give me a week with that.
You just get another beer out.
Absolutely.
Oh, excellent.
What do you mean another beer?
Podcast fuel.
I haven't been on beer.
Oh, been on the wine.
Yes.
Beautiful. So, we'll leave you to play that on your toilet breaks over the next week. And I look forward to hearing about it.
I hear it's quite addictive, so...
you do like a good addictive toilet game, don't you?
Well, that's it. So if I just take a, good 2-hour toilet break...
Yeah, no one at work will notice. It's all right.
No, probably not.
Cool. All right, shall we move on to our final section? Now, as part of the slight shake-up, we're combining releases and news all in one.
Oh my god.
And because I can't really think of any news, let's just talk about releases. And we've had For Honor come out today. For Honor, yes. That is.
For Honor. Foreigner.
Foreigner. Them bloody foreigners.
That's a good band, Foreigner.
Oh, Foreigner. Yeah. Okay, you're talking about the band. I'll give you that.
So what's come out this week is rock band Foreigner edition. For Honor. Okay. For Honor.
Yes. So
tell me about For Honor.
I mean, I can't claim to be an expert on either Foreigner or For Honor, but
or foreigners.
Or no, or foreigners.
You've dated a few.
What? What are you going on about? Okay, so For Honor. So it's a melee game, isn't it? Melee combat.
You tell me.
It's a bit like Chivalry, Medieval Warfare, sort of. Chivalry. Yeah, it's a melee game.
I thought Chivalry was like when men hold doors open for women.
Oh, that's rubbish, mate. Don't do that. They need to be holding the doors open for you. That's how you do it. So anyway, that's what Chivalry's all about. You hold doors open for people, and that's what For Honor's like. It's all about being honourable. So you've got to do the right thing.
Simulation.
Yeah, and giving people back rubs, and keeping your integrity, avoiding telling lies. It's pretty good. It's the kind of morality we need in this day and age. No, actually, I think it's about chopping people's heads off and gutting them and shit. My mistake. Yeah.
So, see, the thing about For Honor...
Yes.
We talked about it before. And...
Click.
And I thought it looked really good.
Okay.
And I watched, like, the characters' summaries and stuff, and there was the one that looked like Roadhog.
There was, yeah.
And then I went on YouTube, and I was like... funny use the term, but I googled on YouTube. So I searched
on YouTube, yeah.
For Honor gameplay, and it looked dull as fuck, and I turned it off.
Really? That's interesting.
It just but I couldn't. I don't know anything about it.
Okay,
but I got the impression that it was like a multiplayer thing.
Yes, it is.
But then I went on it, and it was just like people killing loads of NPCs.
Oh, there is a single player mode, so you probably saw that.
Well, I wish I hadn't seen that.
Sorry about that. I mean, I'm pretty sure that the multiplayer is the main focus. You know, there's a single player tacked on for a bit of a bonus for your money. You know, it makes you feel like you're getting some value out of it. But the multiplayer is the main. It's the main event. So,
well, I'm glad you said that, because basically all I saw is just some like guy just wiping out loads of generic looking. I was just like this. This reminds me of like Destiny Warriors.
Destiny Warriors. Oh, okay.
Dynasty Warriors.
Dynasty Warriors. Yeah. Destiny
Warriors. Don't.
Destiny.
Yeah, Dynasty Warriors.
PTSD.
It was just like a. But yeah, just like a screen full of generic, and I was like, but then it showed the one-on-one, and it was just like arrows. And then an arrow would turn red, and it looked like when they say you have to block that way. I was like,
okay,
fuck me, this looks dull.
I mean, it sounds like the combat is quite... It sounds like the combat is quite technical. I was reading a little bit into it, and there's a hell of a lot of... You know, you enter the sort of 1v1 combat mode, and there's a hell of a lot of sort of different moves and attacks and blocks and things you can do. It could have gone the way of Dynasty Warriors, where you're just mowing people down and just kind of mashing buttons, but it seems like it's going to actually be quite tactical, which could be good. Could be good. I mean, the main premise, for anyone who doesn't know, it's... What is it? It's Samurai, Vikings, and... Oh, what's the other one? There's 3 groups, anyway, 3 main clans of different kind of classic fighters.
Romans?
No, I don't think it was Romans.
Were they existent at the same time, or were we just literally taking different and then just throwing them in together?
That is a good question. One I can't answer.
I did have a look online, and there was quite a few different classes.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's different classes in each.
But
of
as
those.
you say, yeah, I imagine, within the 3 main groups. But I can't remember.
Oh, there's knights. That's it. So it's knights, samurai, and Vikings, which could have all been at the same time. Yeah, they could have all been at the same time. That makes sense. We'll go with that. It's not like someone there with an MP5 gunning everyone down. So that makes sense. Yeah, I'm tentatively interested in that. I'm gonna, there's been some kind of day one reviews in progress, but there's not really enough of a consensus yet to find out how good it is, because review codes didn't really come out till pretty much release day. So I'll be interested to hear how people get on with that. Other than that, I can't think of much news and releases of interest at the moment. So, shall we wrap this baby up? How do you feel about that? It pains me because
I thoroughly enjoy our time together. But
it'll be next time, next week.
Yeah, so about October 2019.
Yes, that's what we're shooting for. I mean, I always say quality over quantity with our content. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I think we've always had neither. Well, we used to have quantity.
Yeah, we used to have. Well, even then it was a bit ropey, wasn't it? Oh, sorry, it's been 3 weeks.
Well, that was your fault.
Yeah, it's usually my fault. It's okay. We're both in better situations now. We've got no excuses. We've got houses we can easily record in without interruption. Good internet. Yeah. It's all good. Here on out, from now until the end of time, people will be listening to the Inexperienced podcast. And isn't that exciting?
Inexperience Points. You see, that's a good name.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, forgetting the name of our own fucking podcast.
I think that's it. I think we still rank first for Inexperienced Points, which I'm quite happy with.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, there's not really much competition out there. Granted,
there what there used to be.
Did there?
But,
okay.
Yeah.
Well,
but I think that's we're top. That's fine. Okay.
Lovely. Well then,
Lovely.
On that bombshell, on that note, shall we call this a day and speak again soon?
Yeah. So as we always do, we're getting this. I do remember a story. We're getting the social set up.
Oh God, yeah, we're getting a logo. We're getting social.
The logo's on.
We're improving the website.
So our good mate says he's making the logo tonight. It's been in the making for 2 years, like this podcast. Social, not too bothered about social, but we'll probably get it set up.
He uses social.
But we would appreciate reviews. So iTunes and Android reviews, leave them.
Please do.
And we'll give you a shout out and have a chat, and even just leave a question.
Oh,
at the end of the review.
I'd love a question.
Just leave us a question and we'll chat about it. Or even get you on if you want.
Or get you off.
We'll get you on. We'll get you off. We are that desperate. So just leave
anything, whatever you're feeling, let us know.
And you guys at work, you're the fucking worst for it because you're half of our listeners, and only
you mean 1% of our listeners. Yeah, roughly.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said.
1.5%.
That's what I said.
Fan base.
That's what I said.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, just to clarify there, didn't come through too clearly. Don't want people getting the wrong idea.
It broke up.
Cool. Well, I think that's all the business for today. Thanks for listening, everyone. It's been lovely to speak to you again, and hopefully you won't have to wait so long for the next one. Fingers crossed. Yeah. You don't sound too sure. What do you reckon?
You're talking to me?
I'm talking to you. Who else am I going to be talking to?
I thought you were talking to the audience.
Well, they're not going to respond back to me, are they?
They're waiting for the social to drop.
Oh yeah, that's it. They need the social. We'll do the social, yeah, and the logo and the website and the Broadway show. Mm-hmm. Yeah, cool. Right. Love you later. Sayonara.
Take care, guys. Thank you.
Bye.